It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys. So, Brandon, what you stumbled into when you first oh fuck.
Oh
It
God.
was an oh fuck. That's what you stumbled into.
I just kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit, guys. We're good.
Uh
It tasted like Nutty Buddies and Alfredo.
What
oh,
an
that
odd
sounds
combination. Did you have
sounds
Nutty
so-
Buddies and Alfredo today?
Yeah.
that sounds. I love Nutty Buddies.
I love you, Mark, but you're gross.
I love Nutty
Why?
Buddies, but that combo sounds really awful together.
Yeah, that combo
Okay,
just sounds
I
gross.
didn't. It's not like I dribbled Alfredo sauce onto a Nutty Buddy. I had Alfredo with my pasta for dinner, and then later I had a Nutty Buddy.
Wash
I'm
it down with a
aware
nice
of
cold
that.
Nutty Buddy.
What the fuck? What kind of fucked up things do you guys think I eat?
Well, you did say that you did come on a pizza, a pineapple pizza, and you made. Well, Brandon didn't know about it, but he ate it.
Wow, that's. I mean, they're pulling back
The foreskin here.
Oh my god!
Pulling
Hey,
back a couple
nobody
episodes
talks about
there.
my foreskin other than me. All right, but I'll allow it this one time, Mark.
It's a great way to start this off. Beautiful way to start this shit off. Jeff, are you okay, bud?
What is going on over there?
Oh, Jeff was up and about.
Is it?
Oh, I'm
Bobby?
sorry. I was moving. No, I was getting the dog some food.
I just heard shit shuffle around. I was like, Jeff's been making a lot of weird noises.
Don't you worry what I was doing.
Whoa, aggressive.
All right. So Brandon, when you stumbled in, we were testing out one of the new segments we want to do, like, which is just finding fucked up things from 4chan and reading them.
Oh, sweet.
Like similar to the dramatic penthouse reading we did last night.
Okay.
I had one
With the pussies.
with the
Leather gloves.
leather glove and a pussy.
And it only took 30 minutes for the used cunt to be used.
A
Right.
lot quicker, but you guys.
Oh my god! You know what would have been you know, when you were reading that last night, and when I said the whole Michael Jackson, what would have been perfect for that segment? If I didn't think about that, I could have thought about the whole O.J. Simpson when he's like, "If the glove don't fit, you must have quit."
Oh, I thought you were going to say it would have been great if someone went,
Well, I did that, but I was thinking about that earlier today. Or if the glove
there's
don't
something
fit, you're
wrong
full
with
of
that.
shit.
Wait, what?
Oh,
You never heard of that
You
one?
know,
If the
O.J.
glove don't
Simpson,
fit,
'cause
you're full of
he
shit.
murdered his wife.
that one takes on a whole different meaning when you think of what that guy was doing with the glove.
Friend, too, just right outside their apartment in Hollywood, you know.
Yeah.
Guys, he was acquitted.
And then released a book set called "If I Did It."
If I did it.
Wait, he released the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he
right.
legitimately did.
That's right. I
Which-
forgot about that.
Which is great because he didn't realize that then the family was able to get him in civil court. And it took all his money. That's why O.J. Simpson has had no money for years. Is because the second he released that book, they took him to civil court. And in civil court, you just need most of the people to be like, yeah, we think he did it.
Oh, shit. You know what?
Yeah, it was
Look this
awesome.
guy up.
The
Yeah,
problem
he's a guy.
the problem is when you're reading the book, it's almost like he's trying to convince you that he did do it. You're like, wait a minute.
You're not going to
You
believe
went-
this. What happened
You,
next?
you committed too hard to this narrative. Now it just seems too real.
There's like chapters in the book where he's just like, so then I cut her throat. I mean, if I had cut her throat.
I stabbed her 27 times. If I had stabbed her 27
Allegedly.
If I-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Then I stabbed her 27 times.
Allegedly, I slit
Hypothetically.
their throats so viciously that they almost were decapitated. Allegedly, if I did it.
Allegedly, I taught that bitch a lesson.
Hypothetically, I may have left one of my gloves behind, just as like a little tease. Hypothetically.
Did you guys have such trouble finding it now? but one of my favorite SNL openings ever. Do you guys remember the one where Tim Meadows is OJ and he's on the sideline and Will Ferrell's a football coach?
Yes, I remember
And
that.
he like
Oh,
OJ
God,
is
I do
drawing
remember
out
that.
the play, but it spells out "I did it."
Yep.
It was,
Oh,
it was one of my
God.
favorite openings that SNL's ever had.
Fuck, I forgot. Oh my god, it's been years since I've seen that.
I
It's actually pretty
legitimately
hard
have
to find.
I have a hard time watching the Naked Gun movies with him in it
Oh my god,
because
right?
I
Oh
love
yeah.
Norbert and I think he's just so funny. But I'm like, huh, that man murdered 2 people.
You know what?
Man, if only the Naked Gun series had kept going, maybe none of this would have ever happened.
That
It's-
man murdered 2 people and got away with it.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because like watching those movies, like I
Allegedly.
watched those movies. Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Watching that movie, and then I was like, wait a minute, is that fucking OJ? I looked at it, I was like, holy shit, it is him.
Yeah.
Can we talk about briefly how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar plays himself in Airplane, but not himself?
Best thing ever.
I was going to point out,
Hey, I
I
know who
mean-
you are. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Nope. No, it's not. See, my name tag.
And
Doesn't
he's
he get
wearing
can we
that
talk
kid?
about, well, yeah, oh, he gets real pissed at the kid. But can we also talk about how Airplane just clearly has a pedophile for a captain that was a running gag that we all thought was real funny back then.
I still
You
think it's funny.
you ever
Seen a grown man-
naked?
Yep.
You're like gladiator.
Timmy, have you ever been inside a Turkish bath?
Turkish prison.
Turkish prison.
Prison.
Sorry.
My
That
favorite
fucking
my favorite
movie.
gag from that movie is still the guy.
Timmy, you ever
Like
hang
the-
around the locker rooms once everybody's gone?
My favorite bit from that is still picked a bad week to quit smoking.
That
I
is
picked a bad
still
week to quit drinking. I picked a bad week to stop huffing glue.
and he's hanging upside down
Hanging
in the
upside down.
tower.
Dude, I
Oh,
know it's
God.
stupid, but mine is still, I still just love, what's our vector, Victor? Roger, Roger. It's so dumb, but I laugh every time.
I think
Well, I mean, they had to put some jokes in for the low hanging fruit, you know.
Also,
But back
by the
then
way,
it wasn't
I
necessarily
laughed,
low-hanging fruit, though.
exactly.
my
I
favorite.
also
Go ahead, Jeff.
I also laughed out loud real hard earlier today when I read that Jeffrey Dahmer, the people knobber earlier.
Oh,
Number
I
of people
saw
know.
that. And
I laughed real hard, guys.
I think my favorite thing about Airplane is the fucking autopilot.
Right? The inflatable autopilot.
Oh my god! And then where she has to blow out. Like I was too young to understand that, and then like later on as an adult, I was like, "Oh my god, I get
One
it
of
now."
my favorite thing about that movie is the memory I have with my dad of him showing it to me for the first time. And it gets to that part where it's like, by the way, does anybody know how to fly a plane? And then everybody starts like freaking the fuck out and running through the aisles and everything. And then just briefly, for like 5, maybe 10 seconds, there's a pair of tits on screen.
Oh, it's
No
not even
reason,
that long.
no context, just tits. Good tits too, like amazing. And I'm just sitting there watching that with my dad, and that happens, and I slowly turn and look at him to see what kind of reaction he's gonna have, and he goes, "Huh, I don't remember that.
See, mine was actually from
Don't tell your mother."
mine was actually from the movie Porky's. Actually,
Oh, yep.
Did your dad show you Porky's?
yes, he did.
One, that's funny because it's your dad, and also, once again, that seems like something your dad would do. My grandfather showed me Porky's.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my god, that movie was so fucking hilarious.
We watched Porky's, and then we watched reruns of The Man Show.
The Man Show.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
god.
That show was so bad.
Oh yeah.
God, that's what. Holy fuck. Jimmy Kimmel. That was like literally where it
When he
started
decided
off
to
for
do
him.
blackface.
Was that?
You know,
what
he did blackface on that. He did blackface because he was supposed to be Karl Malone.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Sorry, he did black entire body.
Well, then at that point, is it blackface? No, I'm kidding. You just sound
Yeah.
like somebody from the Jersey Shore.
Oh my.
God, those
Jim Tan
motherfuckers.
Laundry, bro.
They really ruined being Italian.
Oh no, that's why I love when they
I
went to
don't
it.
know. I feel like Italians did a pretty good job
No, no,
of
no, no.
ruining being Italian.
I love how when they go to Italy.
American Italians.
Well, but when they go to Italy, all the Italian people in the club are literally saying in Italian shame to them.
Yeah.
Not just that, they got kicked out of the fucking country.
Wait,
Really?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't.
Maybe it was that they were banned from going back. I don't know, but I remember.
Yeah, I think they got in trouble and they were kicked out, or like I think their passports were revoked for a time being.
Good. Fucking do it. They make us look stupid as shit.
Well, I think America as a whole just looks stupid as shit compared to a lot of other countries.
True, but I mean specifically they make Italian Americans look stupid as shit.
Oh yeah, well that's fair.
Yeah.
So, have you guys ever heard? You guys know who Prince Charles II of Spain was, right?
Nope.
Nope.
So, because we're talking about Europeans and stuff with the Italians and stuff, this
European?
perfect little segue here. So, as you know, with inbreeding, which is popular,
That's an opener right there.
Which is popular among royalty, as you know.
Yeah, that's still true.
Could lead to birth defects. Prince Charles II of Spain was nicknamed the Bewitched. When he died at the age of 39, the autopsy revealed that his body did not contain a single drop of blood. His heart was the size of a peppercorn. His lungs had corroded. His intestines were rotten and gangrenous. He had one
How
single...
did he live to 36 then?
What
Hold
the
on,
hell?
we're getting there. We're getting there. He had a single testicle, black as coal, and his head was full of water. One
He was
historian...
naughty for Christmas.
There was a historian that summed up his reign as Charles II was short, lame, epileptic, senile, and completely bald by age 35, and always on the verge of death, but completely baffled Christendom by continuing to live.
What the fuck?
You gotta love somebody that sticks it to Christendom by staying alive.
Like, let's talk about the fact that this guy was so fucking inbred that, like, he was missing half of his reproductive organs, and the other half was just a lump of coal.
Well, I think he was missing a third.
Probably. But God, like
also, I'm more interested in the brain, dude.
Talk about drawing the short straw in the genetic lottery.
I know, my
short straw, Brandon, he drew no straw.
He found the needle in the haystack, man.
He had his
and then he took that needle and shoved it into his urethra, and that's how he came to be.
Oh.
My favorite part of all this is everyone's sitting there like, guys, the more we fuck each other, the better we will be. And then this is what they made.
They made, like, his ball was black, so that was a lump of coal.
Oh.
Ew.
So another fun fact, speaking of
Hey, do we have any
European
facts
royalty,
about his life? Like, was he literally just like stuck in a chair for the entirety of his life?
Let me check. I don't actually have any.
Like, could he talk? I'm very baffled here, guys.
I mean, he kind of looks like fucking Rocky Balboa, so I'm sure he could talk in some.
Well, I mean, if any American action star is inbred.
Oh, you leave Stallone alone.
He's got a new movie coming out.
He is only really known for his physical disabilities and the fact that there was a war that followed his death. Charles,
real quick, we talk. Oh, okay, never mind.
I legitimately thought you were giving us facts about Stallone at that point. I was like, wait, what did I miss?
I thought you were as well. I was like, wait a minute. I'd never heard all this about Stallone ever.
You guys
Like,
know what Stallone's first movie was, right?
No, wait, what'd you say, Jeff?
Wasn't
guys
it a
know
porno?
his first movie? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was a
The
soft
Italian
yep.
Stallion.
And then
Called-
his second movie was Death Race 2000.
Oh,
thought it was-
I just saw that actually.
What?
Yes,
That's
I didn't know that movie existed, and I was like,
Death Race 2000. It's amazing.
Well, I was going to point out that I think the movie, the porn, is like A Night at Rocky's or something. Like it somehow has the name Rocky.
I think
in it,
it's
too.
called. I think it's called A Night with the Italian Stallion.
that would sound more
No,
like
no,
that
it's
would
called-
sound more like
It's
a porno.
called The Party at Kitty and Studs.
That-
I love old
that's
school
so
porno names.
fantastic.
You know
Um,
what?
Okay, so it wasn't actually called the Italian Stallion till after Rocky came out. They re-edited it and re-released it as the Italian Stallion because he
Oh
was
my
famous
God.
for being Rocky Balboa at that point.
Yes, that's amazing.
Like,
That's funny.
I can't even be upset by that. Like, that's amazing that he capitalized
Why would you be
on a
upset by
movie.
that?
He capitalized on a movie about punching people in the face and used it to make his movie about punching people in the cooter even better.
I think
He capitalized on making a movie about being bad at punching people in the face.
I
He
think
lost.
I think the reason he said he took that role was because he was literally living off the street, and they just came up to him like, "Hey, do you want to be in a film?" And he was like, "Yeah, I need the money."
That's not okay. That's not what he said. Okay, it was more like, "Hey,
Dude,
Fuck
you know who
Mark,
does
bro.
an amazing Stallone impression? Michael Rosenbaum. He does an
Oh, yeah,
amazing
he
Stallone
does.
impression. It's crazy.
Michael Rosenbaum is secretly like a really good impersonator.
Oh yeah, that and his Rodney Dangerfield. Like his Rodney Dangerfield is so good. If you close your eyes, you wouldn't know which
I'd
one's
argue that if you can do a good Stallone, you can do a good Rodney Dangerfield.
True. It's just the Dangerfield was the first one of his I ever heard.
I'm
Yeah.
always gonna love Rodney Dangerfield, especially for Easy Money. Love that.
God, he
fucking
did
movie.
so much great shit.
So to go back to Charles II, I did some
Back
research.
to inbreeding.
He is not known for anything other than being fucked up. Like he didn't nothing remarkable happened for his life during his time as the ruler.
That's my life goal.
He literally lived to be 35 years old when he died.
You know what? Oh
No,
my
wait.
God.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
No,
one more year
39.
for me.
He was 39 years old before he died. But
39.
like his signature is just it's nothing. Like it
What
looks
did-
like it says Yol Ray.
No,
Wait,
it's
what's his-
not nothing. See, the thing is, he tried signing things with his tongue, and that's why it didn't look like anything, because it's just him dragging his face across the paper.
Wait, what's his full name again?
Prince Charles of Spain II.
In fact, you know how how Spaniards say things differently? They have more like a lisp. It's actually not because of anything that was like genetically, like that's how they just learned to talk. They were actually doing things to try not to offend the prince at the time.
They've been doing that
was
for
like,
300 years, bud.
He was like
Yeah.
Caligula. He just started making random laws. You have to talk like me.
Yeah, he heard a bunch of people make fun of him for saying Barcelona instead of Barcelona.
Hello, sweet
Caligula, by the
we're
way,
going to
might
going to
be my
Barcelona.
favorite political leader ever.
What?
Caligula might be my favorite political leader ever. He made his horse a fucking senator.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that's a real thing.
good.
Ugh.
About at least somebody, because you know, if it was a pharaoh, it would have been a fucking cat.
This is also
Well,
true.
Yeah,
He was
I mean they
pretty
did
good
kind
and
of
crazy.
worship their gods or their cats. Was Egypt just full of simps? Because they literally worshipped the pussy.
Ah, nice.
Arguably, you could say
Yeah.
Egypt was full of.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah,
Hey, Mark.
yeah.
Two drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. We're done.
So I quit. I'm done.
All right, yeah, I'm leaving. You know what? I'm going to pull a U.S. Senate. Either you leave or we'll vote you out.
Oh shit.
Oh. Oh. And then the rest of us are going to pull a real U.S. Senate and agree with Brandon behind closed doors, but never actually follow through.
So, another fun fact about European royalty.
Yes.
We're jumping over to France this time.
Hey-o.
So
All right.
there have been
What
in
could
history.
have possibly happened in France? Everything has been like they have a spotless history.
Eh.
Nothing bad or questionable has ever happened in France. I can't imagine whatever weird thing that you could possibly find out about the French.
So
Uh-oh.
France had not one, but two separate rulers that died from hitting their head on a door frame.
I mean, have you seen those door frames?
I can't say that I have.
The problem is there were so many guillotines in France at the time. They thought it was a doorway. It wasn't. They just ended up getting beheaded.
I wish. That would be even better. But apparently the first one was Charles the eighth of France. But yeah, he managed to smash his head into a door frame and died. The other one
I
was
just feel like that could have happened to anybody. That could have happened to us when we were like hard partiers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Way back then.
yeah, way back then. Yeah, way
other
back,
one-
way back then.
the other one's even better. So Charles the Eighth, he died because he was running through a doorway to watch a tennis match, and he hit his head and died. Now, King Louis the Third of France, he jumped on his horse to chase down a frightened girl and fucking smashed his head into the doorway.
What the barn door?
Door?
I guess so, yeah. The barn door. Basically, this fucking asshole was chasing down a little girl and almost
Yeah,
decapitated
he's
himself.
scared.
I was going to say, like, do we think that she didn't have a reason to be scared?
Oh no, she had a reason.
Yeah.
And then we go on to other amazing deaths. King Philip was killed when his horse tripped over a pig when riding along by a river. Charles II died. He died. Oh my God. Charles II was prescribed by his doctor to be wrapped in linen, soaked in alcohol.
And then set on fire.
Unfortunately, a careless maid with a candle lit him on
Yes.
fire.
Yes.
It was either a candle, or you know how they had those bedpans that you'd put in there to like warm up the sheets and all that.
Oh my God, it was absolutely one of
So
those.
happy.
One or the other. And then there was Henry II, who died of a jousting accident when the splinters of his opponent's lance went through his visor and
This one-
basically went through his eye socket.
That's actually not an uncommon thing. That's why people started wearing the graded ones instead of the just like long thin
Slits.
strip.
Yeah.
Instead of the slit.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like if I had a nickel for every French king that got killed got killed by a door frame, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but that's only weird that it happened twice.
Can you
Would
imagine
they
that? Be like, hey,
American nickels, or would they be French currency? Would you even be allowed to spend them?
can you imagine like, hey, how did he die? Well, he died by a door. Okay, but how? Well, no, literally the door killed him. That's it. That's all you need to know.
So how did he die?
The better part is, if that's the second guy, someone goes, how'd he die? And they go, a door. And then someone goes, oh, again?
We need to start putting locks on these doors. There are too many people getting access through these doors and killing themselves. And that's how door locks came to be.
How about this one? So not a crazy death, but in Romania, this dude named Homa died in 2003.
Oh, sweet. It's
Crazy thing is what happened afterwards.
He came back.
They were so convinced he came back as a
Oh my
Strigoi
God.
that 5 people in town dug him up, put a stake through his chest and cut off his fucking head.
Wait. What's a
What?
strigoi?
A strigoi is Romanian for a vampire.
Fire, yeah.
Bitchin'.
They
Jeez.
still believed in that after 2003 so strongly that they did that.
Hey man, like
Yeah.
if that's y- good for them.
The key is
I love that Mark didn't have the words for a second
the
there.
key is don't die in Romania, and then also don't do anything that would make them think you're gonna come back as a vampire.
Well, the
Shit,
thing was, they actually thought that so the thing, it was someone else, I think like his sister, started
Yeah,
showing
because it's
signs
always
of
like
being fed up.
oh, it starts with somebody who's living, and then they gotta
Yeah.
go find like, all right, so who's the dead fucker that's coming back to life and is actually just like, all right, whose grave we gotta go dig up? What head are we cutting off?
Dude,
There
four
was
guys,
there were these
four guys
two
were
dudes.
arrested.
There are these two dudes that lived in England, and they would run around as vampire hunters, and they would just like desecrate graveyards and like just cut off
Yeah.
people's heads.
Yep.
What
And they
the
and
fuck?
they hated each other and were constantly in competition with one another, trying to discredit the other one.
They were trying to see who was the better Van Helsing.
Yeah, pretty
Guys,
much.
we talked about moving to Romania as a group. Like,
Wait, when?
No, we haven't.
why don't
Oh
we
no!
just be the
See,
best fucking
We
vampire
said
hunters
Scotland
ever?
and Ireland.
see, if we get there and be
And
like, oh, you see this
Pennsylvania.
fucking guy? He's a vampire.
We also
I'm
went
gonna
and talked
say
about
no.
Pennsylvania.
Well, that's not even what's gonna happen, Key. We're just gonna get out and they're gonna see you and they're like, that guy. That guy's a vampire. And
Oh,
we're
fuck,
just gonna
right.
like, Key, I guess you're a vampire. I mean, thanks for telling us.
See, I
These
see
people are
Mark
Romanian.
thinking
They've
it's
been
a
dealing
funny-
with vampires a lot longer than we have. So I mean, they know, they're experts.
Oh
See,
shit!
I see Mark thinking it's a funny prank to convince random villagers that we are
You
vampires,
absolutely would.
and then we just keep getting killed until
Guys.
it's eventually sunrise with the sleepy boy singular.
Guys,
What?
I read the fucking Crucible. I'm not going to get everyone killed.
Mm,
How on earth do you think that reading the Crucible makes it you're not gonna get people killed?
I
Clearly, they
learned
don't
from
understand
those
the difference
dumbass
between
bitches
vampire
in
and
the
witch.
Crucible.
You're not gonna Winona? Was it Winona? You're not gonna Winona us?
I'm not going to Winona. I mean, I'll Winona somebody.
She aged very well, by the way. She is still super hot.
Well, she's only 27. What do you expect?
No, she's not. You're a fucking liar. That's nowhere near true.
mhm.
She wasn't even 27 when she filmed Mr. Deeds.
Wait, she was in Mr. Deeds?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she's
Pam.
amateur.
Fuck, talk about obscure fucking Adam Sandler movies.
I mean, I guess we could talk about Drew Barrymore then.
Mm.
Did you just Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, because Drew Barrymore is.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since anyone has Drew. You know,
Well, I think
Not
it's about
aged
time that
poorly
it
or
happens
anything.
again.
I just don't think she's been that relevant lately.
Who cares about relevance?
By the way, fuck Netflix for canceling Santa Clarita Diet.
I
Dude,
don't
they've
know,
been
I feel
canceling
like-
a lot of
I
shows.
feel like it
so-
had a solid run.
the
It
one.
was a pretty big cliffhanger, though.
Yes. I am just so sick and tired of these TV shows feeling like they have to keep going on and on and on and on and on.
Oh,
for
see, the one
years.
I very much agree with this with your assessment of the CW Arrowverse.
Oh, well, I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up, but that's fine. We can.
See, the one I'm pissed about is that they canceled the Dark Crystal. It was so fucking amazing. And they won an award, and then all of a sudden they were just like, oh yeah, you're canceled, by the way.
I thought it was because one of the writers or one of the main people dropped out.
I didn't hear anything about that.
No, I thought
That
they
didn't stop them from doing Avatar.
No, they canceled it after they heard that Jim Henson died.
Mm.
Oh, well,
Wasn't Jim
that's-
Henson dead long before this
So-
movie?
Yeah, I was going to say they're like really, really, really late.
Hey, not everybody can be a genius.
He has a point with that.
So
did
I
you
just
guys-
thought of a question. what movies, if any, should they do remakes of?
I'm sick and tired of remakes. Honestly, I
I'm
feel like
tired of
nobody's got
I'm just
an
tired
original
of
idea.
here.
Like apparently they're doing a TV series of Matilda.
Nope,
Well, I
no.
mean, it was a book series first.
Yes,
It was
but I
no,
mean
it
it
was
was,
a single book. It was one book.
but it was really
Matilda was
amazing.
one book?
It was one book called Matilda.
I would like them to remake Home Alone, but still starring Macaulay Culkin,
We
but
talked
still
about
Kevin.
this. We talked about
And
this on
Joe
our fucking
We
Pesci.
talked
Christmas
about.
episode.
See, I
Okay.
think all
Well,
right,
because
there's-
the real one I want is the Page Master, but I still want Macaulay Culkin as the
Fuck
Page Master as a kid.
All
See,
about that.
I feel like that's more feasible.
And I want it.
Guys, we might be on the right track for nerdy shit for once in our lives here.
oh my
I
god,
don't-
you're right.
But I don't want remakes.
I
No, no, no.
Okay, no,
What
no,
if
no,
they
no,
made-
no.
It's
What
supposed
if they
to be
made a
nerdy
Page
shit.
Master sequel?
I mean, that's fine.
Okay, but Macaulay still has to
but
play
also-
himself as a child.
All right, but here's the other thing. Not everything needs to have a goddamn sequel.
See, okay, there's one remake I would want. It would be Stephen King's Christine, because I mean I know the book was still being made while the film was being filmed. I would love to see them bring back Lee Bay as a rotting corpse inside of Christine, because I know that would be so fucking scary to see. And
Mm.
if they ever decide, okay, I love Legend. I mean, I love that
Wasn't
movie a
that
lot.
Tom's
Legend,
first movie?
with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry.
Wasn't that Tom's first movie too?
Wait,
No, his first movie was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
no,
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise. I thought Tom Cruise's first movie was
Oh,
The
right.
Outsiders, with
I didn't know
the
that.
greasers and the socias.
Hold up. I'm on
Hold on.
IMDb right now.
But no, if they ever say, "Oh, we're gonna remake Legend," I will fucking flip.
No, so his first movie was Endless Love back in
Yep.
1981. Dude, Tom Cruise has only been in 51 things. Like, holy shit. Like, Drew Barrymore has Tom Cruise beat for things she's been in.
Oh yeah, how many
Wayne's World
things has she been in?
2?
Like 75.
Well,
I mean, she started with E.T.
all right, but look, here's the thing though. Look at all the shit that Tom Cruise does in his movies. Like
that's
most
more recent though.
movies, he is doing like his own. I mean, all of his movies. Once he getting into like doing his own stunts and everything, he does. I think he pretty much does all of his own stunts at this point.
Right, which
The
is
Last Samurai
admirable.
did,
Guys,
Somewhere.
the sequel to Top Gun, like he actually filmed like scenes of him flying the jet. That's him flying the jet.
I'm not discrediting
That's
anything
awesome.
Tom Cruise has done. I'm just shocked. I thought he'd been in a lot more stuff.
Yeah, that's all I took from
I
that.
would argue that I would argue his body of work has better quality to it.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
I'm
And it's
sorry.
always-
51st
I mean-
Dates, The Wedding Singer.
Oh look, don't
So
get
when
me
Tom
wrong. Don't get
Cruise-
me wrong. I love The Wedding Singer.
Yep.
So when Tom Cruise did The Last Samurai, he actually trained so hard they had to let out the forearms in every single one of his coats.
Yep. It was ridiculous.
And I love that movie. So
Never actually seen that movie, so
It's a
Dude,
it's a
Ken
Oh, you're
Watanabe
missing out on a
is
great
amazing.
movie.
It's what made me fall in love with Ken Watanabe,
I do like Ken Watanabe.
both as an actor and
So
Ken, if you're listening, hey girl, hey.
So there was a. Did you guys hear there was a what's like the top ramen brand called? Merichin or whatever.
I think it's called Top Ramen.
Mm,
I think Merichin's the brand and Top Ramen's the product, whatever. Anyway, so Merichin lost one of their ramen noodle trucks, like it flipped and just destroyed everything on it.
Oh,
Aside from
God, how
the truck,
sad were college kids, huh?
aside from the truck, they cut a $38 loss.
That's like I heard a thing the other day. Someone was like was talking about how this dude got arrested because he stole $10,000 worth of books from his campus bookstore. And this woman's like, man, I wonder which 2 books he took.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. So, all right. So I want to test out this one of these 4chan articles real quick that I found.
Tot.
All right. Something happened to me today. Huge metal fan. In high school still. Math class. 9 out of 10 girl sits next to me. Turns me on so much. She doesn't notice me though. Try really hard to impress her. She's so hot. Teacher passing back last week's tests. 9 out of 10 looks over at me. Starts smiling and playing with her hair. I'm
He
spinning.
refers to her as 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm spinning.
It's an American hero.
I can't handle it.
Gross.
The teacher trips over me. I break down. I stop spinning. 9 out of 10 frowns. Looks back at the front of the room. I'm trying hard to keep cool. I have no power. Teacher plugs me back in. Start spinning again. I'm a huge metal fan.
That's awesome.
Jesus.
The first
Hey,
time I
Brandon.
read that, I had to read it like 3 times.
Can you imagine some of these like,
Like
yeah,
this?
you're a 9
Exactly,
out of 10.
Oh, fuck me.
I'd be super, super excited if someone called me a 9 out of 10, but I'm also a terrible human being.
Dude, I would be so happy to get like a 7 out of 10.
I would take, 5.3 and higher at this point. I think someone's really been drinking if they're looking at me.
Oh, fuck.
By the way, Brandon, I remembered what that follow-up was.
Oh, you do?
It's not some dude that blew up or anything.
So do you remember a while ago, guys, I was telling the story about the guy?
His mom, they were supposed to donate her body to science or something, but instead they blew it up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
So that was in Arizona, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So I came across this headline a little while ago.
Whoa.
FBI finds horrific Frankenstein-like experiments at a body donation facility in Arizona.
Oh my god.
You know, we have
Go
something
on.
kind of like we have a body farm outside of Austin.
Yeah, but
Are
this
you
one's a bit
fucking
different.
serious?
This
Yeah, we
place
have an
was
actual body
so-
farm, like where people's bodies are donated to for criminal
to
science, and they
decompose.
they study bodies that are being decomposed, like literally like out in the sun. They throw tarps over some of them. Like they're just doing all these things to different bodies just to see what's going to happen to them.
This
Holy
is a
fuck,
very
I never knew
different
that.
version of that. Because in this one, people got bored and they started one of the most shocking scenes he witnessed was a small woman's head sewed onto a large male body. They also found a price list. Whole body with no shoulders or head, $2,900. Torso with head, $2,400. Whole spine, $950. Whole leg, $1,100. Whole foot, $450. Knee, $375. Pelvis, $400.
So what I'm hearing is I'm worth a lot of money.
Not as much as you would think or hope.
Yeah, well, that's
After raiding the warehouse in 2014, agents discovered 10 tons of frozen human remains, including 281 heads, 241 shoulders, which you would think if you have 281 heads, you would have at least double the amount of shoulders, or at least I would think that. 337 legs and 97 spines.
I'm sorry, you said
Jeez.
it was 10 tons or 20 tons?
I think you said 10.
Tons.
Okay, so that's 20,000 pounds. Let's just say the average person weighs 200 pounds, right?
Yup.
At minimum, there was 100 full corpses there, and I am all about it.
Mark, be honest.
This sounds
Are
like
you
if
hurt
we
right now?
wanted to do a body farm, but then got bored and forgot what we were trying to do.
Oh my God, are you saying this is the Sleepy Farm?
Yeah, this is
So yeah,
100% the Sleepy Farm.
that was the one that I had forgotten about. But there you go, buddy.
I feel like we would end up calling it like Sleepaway Boys Camp.
Oh, we totally
But then
would,
it's
and that would
just,
totally be
but
misleading.
then it would be a bunch of Boy Scouts just showing up for a fun weekend. They literally get to reenact Stand By Me, and they all get to poke a dead body with a stick and then learn about what it's like to grow up.
Well, some of them get to learn what it's like to grow up. Others get added to the tons.
I mean, look, bodies
I've got
don't grow on trees.
I've got a question for you.
They can decompose on them, though.
I got a question for you guys.
What's up, Mark?
Okay.
Yep.
Let's to steer away from corpses
In death?
and death in general. Actually, you know what? This kind of does fall under death. So let's say, for the sake of arguing, that we as the Sleepy Boys come up with a way to clone ourselves, right?
Okay.
Oh,
I think I see where this is going already.
Brandon, why are you already knowing?
no, just get it out.
If we were able to clone ourselves, and then we were to kill said clones, would that be murder?
Okay, that's a boring question. I have a better one.
No. I'm going to elaborate. I'm going to build on that. I'm starting off gentle.
I was gonna say this is what Mark
Yes, it'd be
does.
murder.
Mark's building to something really fucked up.
The question is, would it be murder? And that's the gentle question we're about to build up from.
That's the gentle
Yes.
question.
So the gentle question, I
Yes,
think,
it's murder.
yeah, it's murder. Because if it's a clone, a fully functioning clone that can think, feel, and act on its own volition, if you kill it, it is murder. It is murder.
Okay, but here's the thing: is if it is, as of right now, we don't really have legalities about clones, right?
Wait,
We don't. There's no.
Wait, I need a clarification.
Sure.
Is it a full clone? Can they think, talk, act, or is it literally just like a fuck doll?
I'm gonna be really upset if, like, I don't like the latter.
It's a fully functioning human being. Like it
That's
wakes up and it looks at you and says, "Hey Jeff, good to see you today." And you're
yeah.
like,
See,
"Oh."
if you kill that, it's
Yeah.
murder.
Tell
You're
you
like,
what,
"Oh, what's up,
if
Jeff?
it were
Too?
me,
How
it
you
would
doing?"
not think that at all. It would look at me and go, ah, fuck.
And then it would look in the mirror and go, "Oh fuck! Oh no!"
Your clone
No.
would look at you and go, "Why did you think there needed to be more?"
Do you know what? That kind of reminds me of Michael Keaton's Multiplicity, actually.
Great movie.
So no, but here's the thing: is the way I'm thinking is right now in our world we don't have laws in place. There's no laws about clones being technically like people. You know, legally speaking, they're not. I would say as of right now, they're not legally people. So ergo, I think you could get away with
Because
murdering a clone.
right now, they're not function. They're nothing. They're not around.
Right, exactly. That's my point. So if we were to say in the next
Like you
couple
can murder a leprechaun tomorrow. There aren't any leprechauns.
Exactly. That's my point. So like, let's just say that for the sake of the argument, we were to figure out how to clone before they come up with laws for it. I think legally it'd be okay to get to kill it, right?
If Jeff killed the leprechaun, I could just imagine Jeff just saying, "I killed the little green ginger bastard for his pot of gold."
Oh, I would be the worst. If I killed a leprechaun, do you know how often? I would never talk about anything else.
Yeah.
Now, follow-up question. Follow-up question.
All right.
If you were to manage to clone yourself
Okay.
and you have a perfectly functioning clone of yourself, and we'll say for the sake of this conversation that you manage to cook it so that it comes out, around the same age that you currently are.
Okay.
Oh,
Would it be
Unless they-
masturbation if you fucked it?
If the clone, what?
What's your question, Brandon?
What are you trying to differentiate with this clone?
He's
I just wanna
trying
make
to
sure that
fuck
it's-
himself, pretty much.
It's of age. It is a legal clone.
Um,
Over the age of 18 is what I'm saying.
well,
See-
if we had to go off of do we want to go science fiction route with this where anything is possible, or do we want to go with like what is currently
We'll go
possible
sci-fi.
right now.
We're
as
going to go
far as-
sci-fi route here.
All right, so we're going full sci-fi route.
We're saying they have accelerated growth. They come out, pretty
I'll say,
quickly
well-
growing to the legal age. Now,
Okay.
if you were to fuck this clone of yourself,
I feel like you got to give it some time, like a
Brandon,
week at least.
Honestly, if Mark was going to try that, I would just every time I get pissed off at him, which would probably never, I'd just be like, yo, go fuck yourself. And then him being a
Also,
smart
at
ass
the
would be like,
same
I
time-
already did
at the
that
same-
today.
At the same time, though,
Yep.
if this clone can think for itself, who's to say it thinks exactly like you?
you're not
Oh,
wrong. But my question
true.
is this.
So the question of consent gets brought into it, and then also sexual
Right.
attractiveness
Right,
comes
yes,
into play.
Obviously.
See, 'cause
we'll
that's
say,
what-
we'll say
That's
that,
why I was going to say both me and my clone would just not want to fuck each other.
okay.
Now,
so-
if you
so
made if you
let's
made
say-
back in like college skinny Jeff, oh yeah, that's a good time right there. But this guy right
Yeah,
now,
and see, like my clone, I feel like my clone and I would just become a little bit more and more annoyed with one another, just for
I'm not going to say that my clone would live a long time.
Hmm.
I'm not saying that at all.
So
What I
this is
have-
where murder is coming in. Like that's
why
why you
murder
wanted to
comes-
ask.
That's why murder comes in. But also, like, if you let's say that you both parties were consenting and okay with it,
Does
and then
clone you also say both?
both.
Ugh.
I like the
Would-
idea that in Mark's world, his clone is basically a fruit fly. Only had the day to live, so he might as well fuck.
I mean, I was gonna get there eventually.
So
but yeah.
what? The fucking clone is a goddamn Meeseeks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. So I could just I could get a Meeseeks box and say, "Hey, Meeseeks, let's fucking hit it." Basically, is what I'm getting at. Now, my question is, it's not would you? It's would it be?
No, it'd be sodomy.
Well, no. Would it be like? What would it fall under? Would it be masturbation? Would it be sodomy?
it's
Would it
not
be
masturbation.
incest?
See, it might be incest, but it's not. It's definitely not just masturbation.
Step clone, what are you doing?
What?
All I can think about is that goddamn stupid fucking comic of the girl where the ladder falls on top of her. It's like, step ladder, what are you doing?
You know, like step clone, what are you doing? Now I'm not saying I would have sex with my clone. I just like to know that there are options out there.
Mark, we all know you would absolutely fuck your
Fuck
clone.
yourself. Yeah.
You
That's
brought
the
this
crazy
question
thing.
up to see if you could fuck your clone and we'd be okay with it.
That's the thing though, is you guys are all like, yeah, I don't think I would, but I'm like, dude, I'm
Oh,
all
no.
over myself.
I would absolutely bang my clone if it was a hot version of me. It's not. It's a me version of me. That's just sad.
Oh, I'd do it
I
now.
feel like me version now would be okay.
dude, I'd pin me down and climb in like a tree.
Whoa.
But also at the same time, I know that clone version of me now. I know clone version of me now, like that would wouldn't be very sure of itself, and then we just wouldn't end up doing anything anyways.
Okay, so Brandon,
Yes.
could I have the clone version of you?
No,
There it is.
absolutely not.
Yeah, that's what he was. That's
I
what
am
the
not
clone was
giving
going
you.
to.
I am not giving you my clone. It is an innocent, loving being.
Oh, I got one. All right, I got one.
What you got, bud?
Brandon, what if we were able to clone you 98% exactly you? The other 2% is we put Mark's brain in it. It's a Brandon clone with a Mark clone brain.
Holy fuck.
All right, so I would murder it.
Fuck, man.
I don't need a Mark version of me running around at all. No.
Oh
Fuck,
my
man.
god.
You just never stop fucking Mark version of Mark.
No. No.
But in that circumstance, it would be consenting.
Be
Nope.
like, it'd be some Twilight Zone bullshit, honestly. It'd be like,
No, because I'm not dealing with the repercussions of what my clone ends up doing.
oh.
Brandon, if you think that clone's getting out of my basement, you're crazy.
Right, and that's the other thing. That is not the
Mark,
life
if
that
you
I
think
want for
you're
my
getting out of
clone.
the clone's basement, you're crazy.
Yeah, Mark, let's be honest. Because if my clone was going with you the first time, like I would just be like, look, I know he's lovable, and you do like him. He is a nice person, but the moment that he turns around and you have a chance to overpower him, you do it. You do. You don't even think twice about it. You just do it.
Brandon, but here's the
That's
problem.
what you're thinking, but I'm just thinking of the two of them wearing the Easter bear costumes.
Oh my
Brandon, the
god.
problem here is you're assuming that you said, as Jeff said, it's going to have my brain, so it's going to be like, yeah, I'm definitely going to overpower him. I'm going to pin him to the floor and have my way with him while he's not expecting it.
And guess what? Remember, this is 99% of Brandon, so he's gonna feel.
All 36 inches of Brandon.
Yep. Yep.
Oh God, just God.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Mark,
gonna
so
put
Mark
it. I'm
Brandon's
just
just
gonna
going to destroy the Mark's lower intestine.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting it out of its misery. We don't need it.
So it's a win-win for the clone, really.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's
Brandon,
born to die then.
Brandon, you're
we're
such
all born to die.
Yeah, but this is Fruit Fly Born to Die because the second you see it, you're going on, I don't want to say murder spree as much as mercy kill spree.
Yeah, I'm the fucking superhero. I'm doing what needs to be
Brandon.
done.
Brandon.
Yes.
Just for the sake of asking, what the fuck would you do if you came home one day from work and you're like, "Hey, Mark, how's everything going?" And I'm just like really shifty, like, "Oh no, things are good, things are good. Don't go in the room for a while. There's it's not done yet." And
I
then you
am
go in there.
immediately going in there, not trusting anything you tell me.
Yeah,
You
that's
just-
just like
You
that's
just
a-
see like that scene
Actually,
from
that's
Alien
a real bad
Resurrection where
call.
you have all the different like half cloned hybrids like lined up along the wall, and you just see various stages of you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. And I would just set the room ablaze.
Well, and I also just realized if there was the Mark Brandon, it wouldn't try and fuck Mark. It would try and fuck Brandon.
Right. You can't allow that.
Shit,
Oh
he's
my!
on to me.
Okay, you saying that, Jeff? Has anybody seen Future Man by any chance?
That's the one
Of
with
course.
Josh Hutcherson.
Yes.
And
No.
what's her face? That's super hot.
Hot.
Eliza something?
Eliza Doolittle.
Brandon, have you
We're
seen
talking,
it?
they'll figure it out.
I have not.
Well,
Eliza Coop.
there's a scene where Wolf has a pretty like big dick like you apparently, but apparently they go through a time
Why does
because
it happen?
because
Why did you have a big dick? We don't know.
well because when
Allegedly.
they go back through time to a point where some body parts end up being switched. So Josh ends up getting Wolf's
God.
junk, and then Wolf ends up getting
Awesome
his.
truck.
Later on, like in the second season, while there's a big ass orgy going on, he's doing Josh,
Your mom.
and
You're
he's
really
like,
doing your mom.
haha, I'm fucking you with your own dick. So I feel like that's something that would happen with the whole Brandon, Mark clone. He would just say
Look.
something that out loud.
Thanks,
Look.
thanks, Key, for taking us through that fucking.
Oh, dude, you have to watch that show. It's fucking hilarious.
It's really funny.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest here. If I had the access to portal technology, you better believe I'd be fucking myself every night.
All right, there has to be something else we can talk about.
Actually, so on the opposite spectrum of Brandon's dick.
Oh wow, he went to that quick.
No. I've got something that's it's
Well,
another
on the
one of
opposite
those,
end, well, if the opposite, we're going to the opposite we're going to the opposite end of Brandon's dick. Isn't that Mark's ass?
Gross.
That is a pathetic cock. It's lacking its warrior's mane.
all right, so this is another one of the,
That's some old 4chans.
Yes.
another 4chan. I promise I won't laugh, said the nurse. I'm a professional. I've got over 20 years of experience, and I've never laughed at a patient.
Uh-oh.
I'd say, okay.
That's a
And I
lie.
Yes.
I proceed to drop my trousers, revealing the smallest male part this nurse had ever seen. In length and width, it was almost identical to a AAA battery. Unable to control
Oh.
herself, the nurse tried to stop a giggle, but it just came out. Feeling very
Oh.
badly, she laughed. Feeling badly that she laughed at the man's part, she composed herself and said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. On my honor as a nurse and a lady, it won't happen again. Now tell me, what seems to be the problem?" And he says, "It's swollen."
Oh, sad.
To which she responded, "How can you tell?"
Oh, man.
Oh,
I hate these fucking stories.
I love
Fuck you,
these stories.
Brandon.
it would just be so sad to have one.
Have you guys heard of the South Korean artist Yoon Suk Yoo?
No.
No.
I'm already calling bullshit on whatever this is.
Yeah, this seems a little sus.
It's
I'm not following.
Please continue, bro, Mark.
so apparently the artist Yoon Suk Yoo was hired to build a Spider-Man statue at a South
Oh
Korean
no.
playground.
Yeah, I know this.
Now, this statue was
It's very unsettling.
well, let's just say he met some stiff resistance from people who run the playground. They took a long, hard look at the spectacular piece, but a lot of people were aroused by the suspicions about its suitability.
You're disgusting.
The statue has now been yanked off, despite being impressively hung on the wall for over a year. You felt that he got the shaft, but he understands that the thrust of the mall's decision to remove it. It's mainly because the statue had a giant fucking dick.
How long was it up?
It was like a year.
How do
Golly.
you spell you suck you?
Brandon, don't.
It was up there for a year. The guy's name was, that fucking amazing Suck You name. But this is the statue.
Yep.
That's amazing. Well done, people.
So
It was up for a year?
that was up for a year before they decided to take it down.
Oh my god, no.
Well, okay then.
All right. Jeff, you got some of those asshole things for us?
Yeah, let me pull one up. All right, so remember all of these. So all of these are off of the Reddit site. Am I the asshole?
Right, yeah.
Let me see.
Ooh, do you want to give us a proper intro for this segment?
Am I the asshole? Anyway, what would you want the
That
intro?
works. That works. Carry on, Jeffrey.
What the fuck y'all got?
The floor is yours, Jeff.
So this is am I the asshole? I haven't read this one before, but
All right, awesome.
the title is Am I the asshole for ruining my child's gender reveal?
Uh-oh.
So
I'm on his side. I'm on his side as of right now.
right? So myself, 27 male, and my wife, 27 female, are having a boy. We already had we already have a girl who is now 2. My wife is really into films, Oscar-type films, and she is like an analyzer when it comes to watching them. So she wanted to make a gender reveal short film, 10 minutes long, to say we're having a girl.
Oh no.
Kind of weird, but I went along with it. We posted it, and she was super happy with it. But it cost so much. Oh my god! She hired expensive cameras. We drove out to scenic areas for the right shot. I'm working full time during this process. It's exhausting. We just found out we're having a boy, and she started writing a script. I thought, there's no fucking way I'm doing that again. So I posted on Facebook, we're having a boy. Pissed at me. She's pissed at me and telling me to delete it, but the damage is done. I don't feel bad. You guys aren't going to believe this shit. It saved us at least 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, no, I'm with him 100%.
No,
I'm going to say he's definitely not an
I'm
asshole.
on his side with that.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
His
Absolutely
wife
not
is
the
a
asshole.
self-indulgent, self-aggrandizing jackass.
No, it's like, okay, just like,
Good job. You created a baby like what most people do.
yeah,
Congrats.
just,
You did what your two bodies were designed to do from a genetic science standpoint. Good job. You spat something out into this world of existence. Like, what the fuck do you want? You're not getting a fucking daytime Emmy, you goddamn pieces of shit.
Jesus
I want to
Christ,
say,
Brandon. Are
not
you okay,
only is
bud?
he not the
I am
asshole,
just so that
she
annoys
is
the
such an
living shit
asshole.
out of me. I hate
Yeah.
that so much.
Yeah, the wife is the fucking asshole here, and the only part of the whole wife's thing that isn't asshole is at least she didn't start a big
fire.
wildfire.
Oh,
Only
Wait,
saving
what?
grace for the
Key, I'm letting you know this right now
The
because
last
out of
wildfire
all of
in
us,
California,
Key, you and Bailey are going to be the first ones that have like kids.
oh no,
that's the
no.
first.
So
not the
I'm
only.
just saying, I'm saying this right now. I love you and I love Bailey very much. I
Yeah.
will not be going to your gender reveal party
No, the only
unless
thing I told her that is that she could have a baby shower, and the only
a
thing the
baby
guys have to,
shower. And if
yeah,
she wants a gender reveal party, it better be, oh, look, the cake is pink or it's purple.
no,
What,
I told,
other than that,
Brandon,
no, no, no,
Brandon,
no
Brandon,
why are the two
explosions,
options pink and purple?
no
I'm
explosions.
going with the dumb gender assigned colors that people know.
oh,
Oh,
hang on, Brandon.
Also,
Blue.
because if he
But
makes
it-
if he makes a gray cake, all about it.
Brandon, it's
I'd
pink
be
and
very
blue.
interested.
Where the fuck did purple come into the equation?
You don't know, things
If it's,
happen.
but no, no, no. I told her that we could have a baby shower. That the only thing the guys would have to bring is just diapers. Like, bring fucking diapers. That's
fine,
it.
I'll
And
bring
then
diapers.
the women can bring whatever they want.
What
like
if I
little-
bring Mark with a bunch of diapers, but Mark is also just wearing a giant diaper?
Why the fuck am I? Why am I always the one that wears the dumb shit, man?
I will love you for that,
in
Brandon.
real life,
So
you're the one who wears
much.
the shit.
Mark,
no, no, no. No,
I
no,
love you, Mark, but you're the one who usually volunteers to wear the dumb shit.
No, you remember on Shrek? I think it was like Shrek 2 or Shrek. No, no, it was Shrek 3
when they have the
when he's like,
babies.
"Where's the baby?"
Where's the baby?
You
Brandon.
have to do that.
That's fair. So Brandon, actually,
Brandon, I will throw it out there though. How about they're allowed to do a gender reveal if they
I
reveal
mean,
it?
they can do it. They can do whatever they want. I'm just not going to be there.
Like this, you will go for this one. You will go if the gender reveal is Bailey shoots Key with the with the appropriate colored paintballs.
Oh yeah, I'd be into
man.
that.
fuck yes.
But they're all but they're all crotch shots. They all have to be crotch shots, and you
Dude, why
can't wear a cup
Why my balls?
because
So that
that's
you
where the baby came from.
Oh no.
But she's about to feel another region. You got to feel some.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Your wife at that point would be about to give birth in a matter of months. She's going to
Oh,
endure the worst pain that any human being like naturally experiences. You can take about 5 shots to the balls with
Fair
a
enough.
paintball gun.
Fair enough. You make a point. You
Oh
make
my
an
God.
extremely good point. So
Either way, once we make enough money on this podcast,
Mhm.
I have an idea for us to make more money. Have you guys seen those machines that you put suction cups onto a guy's belly and they can imitate the labor?
oh
Is
yeah.
it? I don't think it's suction cups, isn't it? Just like
No,
those
no,
electric pads.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just like
so it's
diodes, yeah.
I say all 4 of us, and we see who could take it the longest.
Oh man.
Well, I don't want to be an asshole, but I know who the first one gonna drop off is.
Who?
You?
Key.
Why me?
I just know you.
Here's the thing, Key, is
We're having a situation if we do.
of the 4 of us, Key, 3 of us have at least some protective layer of fat between us and the diodes. You don't have that.
I don't think that's how that works, but
Well, no, because the contractions happen in your core, which is your abs and shit. So if we
Yes.
have the fat, it's like an insulation.
I don't. All right, well now we got to do it to see if that holds up.
All right, I'm not writing that down. I don't have anything to write with right now.
Jeff, you write it down, bud.
I want us to remember that one.
What's wrong, Jeff? Yeah, chicken.
Don't be
You're
a
gonna
100%.
be the first one to back out.
What's wrong, Colonel Sanders? Chicken.
Emulators. I found the list.
Birth
So,
pains.
Brandon,
Yes.
for once, I'm actually going to be on a semi-appropriate topic. That the discussion we had about purple, and I said you were an idiot because purple's not the color for men. So, Jeff, Key, you guys didn't grow up in church families, did you?
Remember, I was
Oh
Catholic.
dear Lord, I know where you're going.
Church family.
Or like you guys did, Key, yeah, that's right. You were Catholic. Jeff, you didn't really go to church much, did you?
Every day when I was a kid until like mid-high school.
Okay. So,
Every day, I'm sorry, every week.
I was about
Every
to say,
week.
that's
Yeah, I was
fucking
like, damn,
excessive,
dude,
Yeah.
you poor thing.
Dude, I went to Catholic grade school, K through 8, and I was an altar boy.
Holy shit.
Whoa,
Wow.
shit, dude.
Okay, so I don't know how, I know how Baptists and other like Protestant is. In Catholicism, are they pretty strict about like keeping distance between males and or like men or boys and girls basically?
Yes.
No, they're not. Just don't fuck.
Yeah.
So at our church, whenever we'd be at in our youth group or going on a youth like excursion, going like repairing houses in Florida or whatever the fuck, they would assign obviously the colors. Girls are pink, boys are blue. And they would constantly remind us that
No
we are
purple.
no purple.
You can
do not
have
make
royal
purple.
blue. You can have hot pink, but no purple.
No purple.
Why no purple?
Because that's where the devil lives.
Because
Well, I
right.
will say, when I was a kid, purple was the gay color.
Hey Key, what color is your shirt on your avatar?
Gay color.
Purple.
But, yeah, I remember like that was the stupidest shit. Because like me and Brandon, we both dated girls we were in church with. And anytime we'd try to hang out, it was always like, oh, no purple, leave space for Jesus. And I'm just like,
Yeah, I did hear that.
man, I am really close to fucking leaving the church for good here. And
Because you
then
don't
I
want
did.
to space for Jesus?
Yeah, and then I did leave, and I got my first blowjob, and it's fucking amazing.
You didn't get a beeger until you left the church? Man, you were doing church wrong. Oh, Marcus.
Oh, Mark.
Look, man, I was a late bloomer.
Well, I was too, so.
Well, yeah, you didn't
mean-
lose your virginity till you met Bailey.
I didn't lose my V card until I was later in life, but I mean, I did other stuff. Well, I guess until college, I was a pretty good kid.
Yeah, my first beeger, I was 16.
Oh, wow.
So get fucked.
That's
I'm cutting that out. It's gone. It's done. It's not even here. Craig, you didn't get that. Yes, I did.
Oh, God.
That's what Craig sounds like.
That's the worst Craig voice I've ever heard.
yeah.
Greg.
I'm always listening.
Ew.
Ew.
My name is Craig.
I'm trying to imagine Mark being like, if this was the 90s, Mark being like one of those sex operators.
Oh, I just am in a...
He can still do that.
Mark would, be in jail.
In the
Sex
90s,
operator Mark would be too much. People would freak out, and he would go to jail.
I feel like he would answer the phone. He'd be like, "This is your erection connection. How can I help you come?"
Oh, that was fucking beautiful, Key.
Because that's how you sound.
Thank you for calling for your erection connection.
Key
My
for
name
the
is
win.
Mark. Let me hold your hand as we take this bitch by the balls.
And then she's like, wait, who's taking who by the balls?
I just want to get my cable canceled. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, this is Mark with AT&T. How can I help you?
Campbell Soup hotline?
Oh,
Most
Oh my god.
I remember the first time I ever called a sex line.
Bullshit.
I do.
What?
You fucking idiot.
Wait. All right. We need to hear this
Why
story.
the fuck did you call a sex line?
So, as I'm sure I've mentioned before on this show, I started getting promiscuous with things very young. As far
Okay,
as
I feel like it was like one of those extremely late night, like, call this number right now, whatever.
Yeah, he was up
No.
watching Comedy Central past 12:30.
He was watching Skinomax.
So I think I was 14. And I had just gotten my first cell phone that was like mine.
Good to know this is what you did with your first cell
First
phone.
cell phone, yeah.
I used it to talk to my
Better than-
grandma. I used it to talk to my parents. And then I was laying in bed and I was like, I couldn't sleep. I had a Coke with dinner, so I was fucking wired. I was wide awake. So I'm just sitting on my phone, just pushing random buttons. I dialed 1-800 and then just to see, because I was just like seeing what the fuck would happen, like who would answer. And so I just dialed just a random number and sure enough, it rang. Hey there, big guy.
Phones work, Mark.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it would be a fucking sex line. How was I supposed to know?
That when you call a sex line, you'll get a sex line?
No, I didn't dial a sex line. I literally dialed 1-800 and just pushed random buttons. And so I get the answer, hey there, big guy. If you'll
That's
give us
actually just how the Federal Credit Union answers the phone when someone calls them.
Oh
No,
my
and it was
God.
funny because it was a directory. It wasn't even like an actual sex line. It was a directory to other sex lines. It was like for what if you
They
want
gotta
to
hook you in some way. Look, the reason why that happens, they probably have a bunch of really dumb numbers because they're like, look, people probably are just slow jerking it while
Yeah.
they're calling, so they're gonna mess up this number anyway. So what's the point?
So what ended up happening was I was just it was something crazy like that. It was like if you want to speak to one of our girthy hunks, press 1. If you want to speak to one of our voluptuous women, press 2. If you want to get something a little freakier, press 3.
What the fuck was 3?
I don't know. I didn't push any buttons. Are you kidding me?
Pussy.
The
I
most
I didn't push
surprising
any-
part of the story is that you didn't push any buttons.
Well, the reason is my parents came in and they're like, "Good night," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So I hung up the phone real quick. I did end up calling back like the next day while I was walking home from school just to see, and so I pushed 1, and it changed from "hello there" to
Oh my god, I hope this is where you got the fucking pussy voice from.
it is. He answers, "Are you looking for a big man?" I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
It don't matter to us if you're a dude, chick, or something in between. We'll tell you all the dirty things you want us to say. I'm like,
What the fuck kind of hotline did you call?
okay. And so they're like, our rates are $5 a minute. Please hold for an operator. And I was like, oh, okay. And so, like, you know, they had this sensual 70s porno music, you know.
Brandon, I feel like if we were in the 70s, that's something we would probably do. Just for shits and giggles.
In the
So-
words of an amazing musician called John Grant, I
No.
wish I'm disappointed I missed out on New York in the 70s because I would have gotten a head start in the world of disease.
So the operator that connected me to, it just sounded like a fucking redneck biker, just burly sounding motherfucker. He's like, it was something like, "Thanks for calling 1-800 Big Stud. What are you looking for today?" And I was like,
A big stud.
I'm looking to say nasty things. And he's like, "Are you over 18? You have a credit card?" I was like, "Not exactly." And he hung up on me. So I tried calling.
No, I feel. Oh my god, I feel like it's like that Patrick meme who's like, "I have $4."
Well,
of that get-
apparently, so I tried calling back and like the entire system blocked my number,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right? Yeah.
which
That-
was a bummer because I wanted to see what the voluptuous ladies just get on there. And, "Hey there, stud." If you just can't get enough of the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on all of our social medias.
We are on the Facebook,
The Twitters,
Instagrams,
OnlyFans.
and coming soon, YouTube with the Sleepy Boys.
And if you want to see more of us as ourselves, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram at AKA Raxum, and on Twitch as Raxum Plays.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Condor_Brandor and at ATX Whiskey Bros and King Richard and the Gilded Veil on Instagram.
You can find me at Instagram at Master Key Nobi, and you can also find me on Facebook as well under Key Nobi Acosta, along with my Spotify page to hear my music, which I'll be doing for future intros for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys as well, along with Brandon if he ever wants to.
If you guys want to find more of me, you can try and find me on Facebook. Good luck with that. Or you can meet me out in public as long as you're standing at least 8 feet away, because I don't think you can count to 6. Thanks.
Until next time, boys and girls.
Have a great fucking day.